What's up, everybody? It's day 78 of 100 days of code, and here we are once again from the dining room. So, we're changing up rooms today because it is a red hot day today here in the United Kingdom, and the room that I was in is like a oven. So, I would have been fully well done if I'd stayed out there, but we came into the cool, we came into our coding cave. So, so today, we all know with the 100 days of code that there's a few rules that go with that. One, we code 1 hour a day. Two, we make sure to make ourselves accountable publicly to all of you fine people. And three, we also make sure to share our thoughts and feelings. So, what did we get up to today? Well, it was the beginning of week 12 of 100 Days of Code. Week 12. Next week is Project Week. This week is sort of the final week before the final countdown. The final countdown. So, we're just before that, just now. And today, what we looked at is we took a look at a few different things. First, we had a speaker in from, because I'm doing a boot camp alongside 100 Days of Code called School of Code, which is an amazing boot camp that brings diverse people from all backgrounds into the time of coding. So, today we had a speaker come in who was an ex boot camper, a boot camper before, and now he's working as a software developer for a company. So he's been where we are, and he was talking about the journey, what happens before you get on project week, the way you feel, the way you should be viewing project week. So he sort of spoke about, because we have for 4 weeks we're going to be building a project and working in team for 4 weeks. So that's quite fun. So he was just giving us some advice and some tips and those sort of things, and gave some really helpful advice. To talk about not worrying about sort of the technicality terribly, terribly too much, but really to think about the teamwork, how you're collaborating, how you're working together. Yes, of course, come up with something nice, but not to worry about that completely. But it's more about the working in the team and how you come up with different things. So that's the real goal in all of this, and to demonstrate that to potential employers. So in the afternoon, we then went into sort of component libraries, that sort of thing. So we learned a bit more about sort of things like Material UI, things like Chakra UI, things like Ant Dev, which is another one as well, and different sort of what they can do, the pros and cons of using component libraries as opposed to maybe using CSS or using something like that, or Sass, or one of these sort of different things and ways, or Tailwind and things like that, and sort of what are the benefits. So we learned that sort of with styled components, it means you got something more generic. It means you have something more consistent. It means that you've got something that you can sort of, it's very repeatable and you can spin up something very quickly. The drawbacks is that it is generic, so you can't really customize it too much. Might have some trouble with styling. It might cause bloat if it's a smaller project. Things like that. And as well, there may be people coming in who don't really understand that sort of way of doing things. So there were a lot of sort of drawbacks and also positives using some of these things. And then sort of in the final bit of the day, we sort of had some practical hands-on where we took a React project, and then we installed the NPM of, for us, it was Chakra UI. We had a bit of struggle with the repository that was given to us, so we ended up deleting that repository and npxing and installing the React app, because Chakra actually had a boilerplate where you could actually install the boilerplate, and it had Chakra already as a template mixed in with it, which is pretty cool. So we did that, and then it worked like a dream. And then we could drop in buttons. You can drop in input, basically anything you need. You can drop it in. It's already styled. It already looks beautiful, and then you can just add the functionality to it. So I could definitely see the value of using something like that. And with something like Chakra or one of these component libraries, they're reusable. They look nice. They've had a lot of work on them, that sort of thing, and you can just customize the code and get the props going and those sort of things. So all in all, it was a really really good day. Oh, and I did a little bit on this morning. I forgot to mention that I did a little bit with React and Firebase, which Firebase is a way, something developed by Google, so you can put a back end onto front ends, and you can customize bits in there. So I'm making a sort of finance app at the moment called My Money. So I'm doing it at the moment with Firebase to sort of get a feeling of what it's like, and so that's super cool as well. So really enjoying the journey so far. I mean, just coding is so much fun. Solving problems, trying different solutions. There's no one right answer, but there's many right answers, and that's what I love about it. So it makes it fun, makes it, creative, makes it where it takes, some sort of thinking on your feet or thinking on your bum in my case, and thinking things through and then coming up with a solution together and collaboratively with the team. So whatever the case, guys, my thoughts and feelings are I'm loving UI and component libraries. I think they're really cool. I'm looking forward to trying a few more. I've tried styled components before, but I'm looking forward to trying Chakra and Material UI a little bit more, and maybe Ants Dev, and trying those in some projects as well. So all in all, fantastic day. And that's all I've got for day 78. So it's time to enjoy the roasting sun. And for whatever you guys get up to, stay hydrated, have some nice barbecues, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, and we'll see you.